Welcome to Man Talk 133 with Shaw and Daryl. What's going on, bro?
Hey, what's going on, bro? How you feeling?
Man, it ain't nothing to it, dog. We back in this thing again. It is
Sir.
Friday. Y'all
Yes,
already
sir.
know. Y'all already know it is Fridays every Friday,
Yep.
6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, military broadcast radio. Man Talk 133 with Shaw and Daryl. Y'all
Yep.
check us out on YouTube, website mantalk133.com, Facebook us talking. I mean, y'all type us in, y'all find us. The thing
That's
back
right.
there behind the type us in, y'all find man
Yeah, we
talk
all.
just like the way it's spelled, and
Yeah.
y'all find it.
Yeah, we all over.
So, dog, right now, you know how the world is um with the inflation and all this
Hmm.
other kind of stuff like that. We've been talking about trying to help people get
Hmm.
these businesses and stuff going.
Right,
You think it's worth starting a business right now, dog?
bro. Hey, man. Everybody might have to just hold tight for a minute,
Listen, bro, hold on. Get
unless you sure enough got that paper.
Boy, you had to think. You said, "Hold on, what?" Right, that's what I'm saying. Because now I've been doing now when I did my research, they
Hmm.
talking about they said small businesses are doing reasonably well,
Hmm.
not real well in 2025. They are
Right.
positives, but it's persistent headwind, which means is issues going on. Like, for example, they said is the what's going well, rising
Hmm.
optimism. People are starting small businesses now in like in August, the last quarter, or whatever in August. It's
Hmm.
slightly above its 52-year average. And I think that's only because people got this uncertainty. They don't know what's
Right.
gonna happen.
Hmm.
They don't know whether they're gonna lose their jobs.
Hmm.
They don't, or they just, they see these commercials on what is it? YouTube, these little
Yeah.
commercials on the edge, start a business for
Yeah.
free and all that. And they may see that and they may, just want to use that. Then again, they may be legitly trying to start a business,
Hmm.
which I hope they are.
Hmm.
But they
Yeah.
said many business owners report their find out the situations as stable for
Hmm.
right now.
Yep.
Small business index say 73% say they're comfortable with their cash flow.
Hmm.
Um, it
The big
says they're
business.
hiring, and about 65% of small
Hmm.
businesses expect to increase over the next year. That's what
Hmm.
they're saying.
Big
Now,
business owners or the small ones?
small
Okay.
business.
Okay.
And you think about this though, those numbers sound good, right?
Hmm.
65%, they sound good, right?
Right.
But what about the other 35%?
Yeah, man, because
They going down.
I did all my full research, but I just with with my ear to the ground a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Two major companies, big companies in this area, they
Uh-huh.
had a couple of big major layoffs, and they said
Yeah.
more is coming. So I can kind
Wow.
of understand why, the uncertainty. And then with, like you said, with people, if they see that if they see that they're getting laid off and these major companies are being laid off, they may be a little bit more skeptical of trying to,
Yeah.
you know, get their business off the ground. Depends on what type of business they're running or
Yeah.
trying to get into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you think about that though, bro. Like a lot of people hear the good side of it,
Hmm.
the 65 and all these numbers, but still there's a
Right.
35% of people that had a potential to fail.
Oh
So if
yeah.
you ain't got something that's like really, really, really good, like
Hmm.
that can pull people in all the time,
Hmm.
like right now, I guess it's right now, but I know back in not too long ago, and it could be still now too, the booming business was, them internet cafes that people
Yeah.
go into, they were
Hmm.
booming,
Oh yeah.
and probably still is booming. One
Hmm.
thing I do know, if people ain't got to do nothing else, they're gonna drink and gamble.
You
That's
got
one
that
thing
right.
they
I think right now they got the what's those joints they call now the fish table
that's what I'm
shops.
talking about. The internet
Yeah,
cafe
the
things. Yeah,
cafe.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think now they right there, they still booming. They still taking people money.
Yeah, they are. And
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Like, I think, man, with the way that we just gotta say who doing it. I know y'all
Hmm.
might not like it. I might get another little hate mail like I got the other day. But
Right.
I'm just saying a
Right.
little message. But as long as Trump is running this thing the way he's running it,
Hmm.
and he got the people that's enabling him to run it, let him run it like he want to run it,
Yep.
and it's only benefiting the 1%. We talked about this before.
Hmm.
1% of the country
Hmm.
holds 99% of the wealth, right?
Crazy.
And you got the 99%. 90, I mean, they hold all think about
Yep.
that, bro. Like,
We got to fight for the rest.
and we got the scrounge, whatever they call the little trickle down thing they call the trickle down, and that's probably why the businesses have had an uptick based on the small business index. It had an uptick,
Hmm.
um, because people don't know. They don't know if they're gonna go in, and people
Hmm.
be like, you know what? Well, we're gonna close the doors. They don't know what
Right.
what to do because that like you said, people down. I wouldn't have never thought common in a million years because as many trucks is being made with the common engines in it.
Right.
I would have
Pfizer
never
too.
thought.
Pfizer too.
And I mean, that's healthcare. I mean, that's a medical place
Yeah,
facility,
they
right?
yeah, they I think they hit them the other day. They done hit them a couple of times now, but like I said, I just about have my ears to the ground just a little bit. I ain't did full
Mm-hmm.
the full research, but
Mm-hmm.
on that yet. But I think they were talking like I've been hearing some people say that they were talking about once they actually finish.
Uh-huh.
If somebody's up on this live or whatever, can correct me if I'm wrong. But from what I've been hearing, like with the Pfizer, with the
Mm-hmm.
pharmaceutical joint, their plans. You know how big Pfizer is. You from this area, you know how big
Yeah,
it is.
yeah,
They
yeah, yeah. They
they
huge. They
talking
huge.
about at the end of the
Yeah.
day, they talking about they wanted to get it knocked down to like 600 employees total,
How they gonna run that, bro?
and everybody else got to go eventually. So they just chopping and chopping and chopping. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
crazy, ain't it?
Yeah, I don't know what the numbers look like at fire. I mean, Cummins, but like you said, hey man, Cummins engines, man, you never thought
I
that
wouldn't
would
have never
happen.
thought. They've
Man.
been there for years and years and
Yep.
years, man.
Yep.
Even Pfizer, which we used to be Abbott Laboratory, but it's still been
Hmm.
there for years, bro.
Yeah, I
Years,
guess
years.
they can thank Kennedy for that.
Yeah, for
You know.
real, because of the vaccinations.
Yep. You know.
Yeah, for all y'all who voted for that nonsense,
Hmm.
shout out to y'all.
Yep. Shout out. But they'll hide behind they'll hide behind a tree and be like, "Oh, it wasn't me. I didn't do it." And yes, you
No,
did.
don't, no, no, sir. Do
Yeah,
not throw the rock and hide your hand, Doc. We
yeah,
know it was you.
yeah. You flip when you got in there behind them curtains.
Yes, sir. And the key challenges, although that part sound good, the key challenges
Hmm.
and risk,
Hmm.
the labor force, like what you talking about, the
Hmm.
labor force, is gonna be a problem. A big
Yeah, no doubt.
concern is finding and retaining good employees, and
Hmm.
then not to mention, the owners are starting to shrink. They
Hmm.
got, and then not to, then some places like they'll say, hey, we got 32% of job openings they can't fill. Well, if
Hmm.
y'all pay some money
Hmm.
and y'all treat the folk right, you probably
Yep.
could find them. But if you want somebody to come work in a hot warehouse,
Right.
push freight around all day, stack boxes,
You
and
got to
y'all
give them
gonna
some
pay them
payment.
start at 12.50,
Yeah, you got to pay them boys, man.
who gonna do that, bro? Ain't nobody gonna do that. They can go to Walmart and put something out of a basket. Hey, welcome to Walmart. This is the specials we got this week
Right. In the AC.
in the AC. They making $15 an hour. Who gonna like them jobs? I don't hate to say. I'm telling the people that's over.
Right.
Ain't nobody doing that no more. They can go to work at a restaurant, say like
Right.
you know, a Bojangles or whatever the restaurants are. They can make up to $14 an hour. Just say if they're
Hmm.
making $15 an hour, and they
Right.
get free food.
Yeah, that's what I always say. You can get you a job. You can get one job at Walmart. You get off work, you can shoot over the Target, or
Right,
something. Cause like I said, if you got two jobs paying 15, $16 an hour, that's $30 to $32 an hour.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So, and like I said, you working in the AC. It's more of a laid back atmosphere
Yeah,
versus you being in a hot warehouse and it's on go all the time because they need to get this out. We need this truck loaded. We need to get this. Hurry up,
yeah,
move this over here, and all that. You know what I'm saying? So and it's less stress
less stress.
if you in the Walmart or Target
Yeah,
scene.
yeah.
That's how, in my opinion, the way I see it.
And then you have more flexible hours. You know, they they
Hmm.
they run some of them 24 hours, so you got
Hmm.
flexibility
Yep.
because you got to have people on third shift if you need third shift to be able to put up the freight and get the trucks in and do all that.
Yep.
Versus being at a warehouse where they getting it to you. You know what I'm saying? They
For $10 an hour.
for $10,
You know what I'm saying?
a dusty hot warehouse for ten
Yep.
dollars an hour. Hey, that's
10
good
minutes,
money.
ten
I
minutes
had a
break.
dude tell me that one time. I said, "Hey man, man, shoot, we make good money here." And I
Where
was like,
was
and I said, okay. I said, cool. I said, what y'all make here, bro? Just curious, what y'all?
it?
Man, shoot, they started off 13.50 dog. And bro, let me tell you something. It was so hot. I would say the name of it, but
Hmm.
they might see it. But I'm just saying,
Right. I feel you.
it's in Raleigh. Well, actually
Right.
Durham, off of
Hmm.
Miami Boulevard.
Hmm.
And dude, they make these crates in there, right? They crate up these things. It's hot. It's
Right.
dusty because you know the salt.
Hmm.
And I said, bro, I'm thinking to myself, I ain't want to say nothing because I didn't got him. I'm beating him by probably six $16 at the time. So I'm just
Right.
like,
You know what I'm saying?
I'm like,
If all
yo,
those if all those ones that know about Durham, Miami Boulevard ain't Miami, Florida.
no, definitely not that.
We already know what that area is. So
Yeah, and bro, I'm gonna
hey,
tell you, struck for that
yeah,
kind of money, it makes no sense.
right.
You know what I'm saying? And then so we talking about why is it worth starting a business right now? You got
Hmm.
I'm just giving the people some things to think about. If they want to, they want to try to
Hmm.
start a business right now, dog. You got
Right.
the key challenges is you're gonna have workforce. The people don't want to work. Then you're gonna have inflation costs.
Hmm.
They talk like inflation is cooling. I don't know what area it's cooling off at because it
Me
sure ain't North Carolina.
No, not at all. And then, like you said, man, I know a lot of guys. They're kind of gravitating, but they're gravitating towards landscaping. I
Mm-hmm.
guess some got they kind of like got some skin in the game where they can work year
Mm-hmm.
round. But like the ones that's kind of like starting off, that's
Yeah.
kind of like an oversaturated field to me because so many people are doing like
Yeah.
landscaping. That's one of the I'm looking at like maybe you can help me on something else, but to me, that's probably uh one of the key businesses that you can probably start on your own with low overhead.
Yeah, it is.
You know
I
what I'm
think
saying?
so.
But anything else, you know what I'm saying, that you may be trying to do, like, you got to purchase a building or you got to, rent an office
Yep.
building. You know how they have these office buildings for rent. See and then you trying to start a business that may
Yeah.
hit a little different because you're gonna have a lot more overhead.
Yeah. And
You know
then
what
too,
I'm saying?
yeah, even with lawn business, you still gotta have that trailer
Yeah,
because you gotta haul all the right counter trailer because you got to hook
right,
stuff. Can't throw it in the back.
right.
Just throw it in the-
Exactly.
If you
You
gotta
right.
have the right counter trailer, that's
Mm-hmm.
gonna cost money. And I had
Mm-hmm.
to do now, it was this guy, he's a veteran.
Mm-hmm.
He did some pressure washing for us. He had a smart business model the way he did
Hmm.
his. He
Right.
said,
That's pretty
hey,
cool.
yeah, I do it for I was 80 some dollars, I think, 90
Mm-hmm.
or something.
Mm-hmm.
But he pulls up in this little SUV. So I'm just like,
Right.
hey bro, how you gonna pull this off? I don't see no trailer, no nothing. So he was like,
Exactly.
hey, um, I can do the pressure washer, but I need to hook your water to it. And I
Yeah.
was like, hey, okay, cool. I mean, he said, that's why I can do it so low. I just use your water with it. I
Mm-hmm.
said, cool, no problem. Now, that's
Right.
a cheap way to start it, but it's
Yeah.
just, the inflation and stuff right now with businesses, bro, is you
Yeah. It's
know,
tough.
yeah, it's tough, man. Then you got the tariffs and all this stuff like that. And then
Mm-hmm.
you got uncertainty,
Mm-hmm.
and delayed investments. Many businesses are more cautious with capital investments or long term planning because the uncertainty,
Mm-hmm.
regarding the future, the tariffs, economic conditions.
Right.
The small business report revenue declines, although some of them is stable. Now
Mm-hmm.
they had report declines.
Right.
Like you can't, how you gonna hire somebody, but if you got declines?
Right. And then, real quick, tap back on that like that lawn care,
Mm-hmm.
service or whatever, right? That's barring that your zero turn or whatever type more weed eater or whatever
Yeah.
you got don't break down because
Don't
that's a
break down.
fix. And then another thing is on that, because since I tapped on that real quick,
Uh-huh.
is the okay, the price. Like,
Yeah.
okay, where am I gonna fit in? I'm a new guy, right? Just say if I was doing it. If I
Yeah.
was a new guy, where would I fit in and be competitive with the prices? Because these guys are already set. Say like if somebody said, well, I charge 100.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm a new guy. The going rate is 90, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if I come in, they'll be looking at me like, you know, no, man, I got this guy. Well, the only way you can try to counter that is you may have to drop down to 65 or 70.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you still kind of losing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you had to take a big pay cut.
Yeah.
Because
True that.
I know this guy, he kind of dabble like that, right? He had somebody cut his grass, right? Or
Mm-hmm.
do his yard, right? So he called like three or four different guys on three or four different occasions. And all
Mm-hmm.
of them prices are different.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's kind of like he teeter. He back and forth, like, I'm gonna get this guy this time, or I'm gonna take this guy this time. It's almost like he's getting the guy
Yeah.
with the lowest rate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it can be tricky though.
It definitely can be
Yeah.
tricky, man. And then you talk about cash flow and
Mm-hmm.
access to capital. That's another thing in itself. Cash flow
Mm-hmm.
is you're gonna need that because it get tight when you running these businesses, bro. And then your supply chain get disrupted
Yep.
because now you used to paying $100 when your stuff come in. Now you paying 150, or now you talking about a
Yep.
thousand, and then you talking about they adding another 20% or whatever,
Yep.
25% to that. Now
Mm-hmm.
50%. Now you talking about 20, 15, 1,200 to $1,500 you got to pay now versus the
Mm-hmm.
thousand. Now you got to try to cut workforce, which we already know what happens when you cut workforce. You cut
Mm-hmm.
the quality of what you normally had.
Yeah,
You been to restaurants lately, dog? How the
man.
quality of it is
Yeah,
down.
man. It's terrible in
It's
some spots.
terrible, and there's a reason why they can't find help.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody working for the little bit of money, and the reason why they're trying to pay them a little bit of money is because they ain't got the cash flow like they had.
Right.
And if you ain't got that, dog, I mean,
Yeah. And it's like you said too, people just ain't working no more. You
people
know what
don't
I'm
want to
saying?
work no more. That's what it is.
In particular, like especially like, you know what I'm saying? If I'm like I said, like we said earlier,
Mm-hmm.
if I'm gonna make more, if I'm working at Walmart, if I get two $16 hour jobs,
Yeah,
like you said, cause the schedule's probably gonna be staggered.
yeah,
So I get two $16 an hour jobs, let's say Walmart food line.
yeah.
I get off food line, then I go tap in with Walmart, right? So that's
Mm-hmm.
$32 an hour, right?
Yeah,
I'll do that versus going in a restaurant, working. I mean, working by myself because two people done called off. Now I got to serve a whole section.
yeah,
I ain't getting no tips over
yeah.
here to wait on y'all people. And then, the people, and then, everybody hollering at me like, yo, hey, we need a refill on the drinks.
You by
So now,
yourself.
right, but I got to get an order over here for the people, seat them that just came in. Like, man, people gonna be like, you know what?
Forget
Man,
this
I
job.
ain't doing that, man. I'm going to work somewhere else. So that's
Yeah,
like what you talk. Go back to what you talking about the shortage.
yeah, man. And then the quality of help. I'm gonna
Yep.
tell you a story I encountered twice at the
Mm-hmm.
same restaurant, a little
Mm-hmm.
coffee spot, well
Right.
known.
Mm-hmm.
And so I go in there and I get a coffee, right? And
Mm-hmm.
well, order the coffee.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is a coffee spot.
Right. Don't tell
So
me.
I tell them what I want, right? And then they look at
Okay.
each other like, "Oh, we forgot to brew the coffee. Can you give us a minute?" They ain't even start brewing the coffee in the place, dog.
Man.
Like I'm just now I gotta wait an extra, 5 to 7 minutes for y'all to
Yeah.
brew the coffee and get my stuff. I'm just like, bro, like, come on,
Right.
bro, it's a coffee spot. Nobody thought to be like, we don't smell no coffee brewing in the coffee spot.
Right. Like you said, like I always say, hey man, you can't make this up.
You can't do. I promise you, it happened to me twice. So I ordered a coffee, right? And
Mm-hmm.
so I get the coffee, and I said I want so and so and so in it.
Mm-hmm.
So she had the coffee in her hand. She said, I said, this has got the four creams, five French vanilla, whatever. She was like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I, yeah, I think it does because when I made it with my, I made it with my right. So this is it right here. This is one right.
Are you sure?
And that's why I said, are you sure? She said, she said, yeah, I'm sure this is yours. This is the other one at the window. I'm just like,
Man,
you
bro.
can't make it up. Nah, I swear.
And like you said, man, you at a coffee spot. Like
With
if
no coffee brewing.
like if anything, I don't know what what everything that they serve there, but I'm gonna just go like this. Like, even if they like tell you, look, hold up, I got to get your sausage, egg, and cheese
Yes.
croissant done. Let me fix that. We got to prepare that. But like you said, it's a coffee shop. The first thing you should smell is coffee.
My point. That I get
You know
down
what I'm
just
saying?
like, I'm like, so I'm thinking like it's gonna be a quick hit. It's like
Mm-hmm.
5 in the morning. Like I'm just like I
Right.
get there like 5, 7 minutes out they open. I'm thinking somebody would hit the button.
Right.
So I'm sitting there and I'm just like, so to get ready, she said, oh, we got to brew the coffee. And can
Mm-hmm.
you give us a minute? I was like I
Mm-hmm.
said, it's the quality of
Help.
help that you
Yep.
get and the lack, like you said, the lack of it. You know what I'm
I,
saying? So
and I
they
tell
got
you
to do
one.
something else.
Yeah, I tell you one more thing real quick too. The worst lack of help
Hmm.
company business is like when you
Hmm.
need somebody, go to Lowe's improvement, home improvement center.
I know, been there.
Like like bro, like you working on this side right here. You can't tell me nothing. Like what I'm looking for.
Nothing.
Like we always said, we was talking like last week. You ask them something, oh, it's over there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You
Yeah,
just
it's
go
over there.
down there, just
Yeah,
over
yeah.
in that area.
You don't get no help on nothing.
Because boy, me and Keisha was in Lowe's, and
Mm-hmm.
we was asking a guy about it was some plumbing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm
Oh yeah,
talking to the guy. I said, "Hey, I
yeah,
said,
you
hey,
done.
we're looking for so and so. I know it was something for the
Mm-hmm.
sink or whatever. I was looking for the little thing." He said, no, we was looking for some. That's what it was. He said, yeah, it was plumbing. He said, oh, yeah, I think there's in the electrical. I'm like,
Bro.
I'm like, why would it be?
Come on, bro.
Why would it be
Shout,
in the electrical, dog?
shout out to
Like,
Lowe's. Y'all made it to the front of the congregation this week.
y'all
Lowe's,
have made y'all
Lowe's,
way up.
Lowe's
Come on,
Home Improvement Center.
yeah,
Congratulations. But they are
congratulations.
right.
Before we get out of here, y'all, I'm gonna
Yeah.
say, as far as small businesses, I feel like if you start the right small
Mm-hmm.
business,
Mm-hmm.
you
Right.
gotta go into a business where it's gonna make sense. If it ain't
Yeah.
low startup, if it's high, if
Mm-hmm.
somebody gonna tell you, wait, it's gonna cost you about 30,000 to get in here, don't
Right.
entertain it. Go
Right.
somewhere else.
And yeah.
Because if not, you're gonna find yourself in a place where
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna get this and you ain't got the people coming in to make
Mm-hmm.
it. It gotta be low startup.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It got to be high upside.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just me. You got to have everything lined up like you're supposed to. If not, you're going to find yourself in a pickle.
And that's why I said before you get out of here, that's piggyback off you pretty much. You just got to be strategic,
Better be
strategic,
very strategic.
and that's why I leave it at.
Very strategic, dog. That's a good one right there. We're going to end with that, y'all. Hey,
Oh yeah,
thank y'all for joining Man Talk
yes,
133
sir.
with Shaw and Daryl. Hey, y'all like, y'all comment, y'all share, y'all
That's right. That's
subscribe.
right.
Appreciate y'all subscribing. And shout out to my man in the comments the other day, man. I appreciate you. I sent you a nice little comment back.
Yeah.
I appreciate you. Hey,
Hopefully he'll
much
come back.
yeah, much love to y'all. Thanks for hey,
Yep.
Thank him for tuning in. We really
That's
appreciate it.
right. Yeah.
Hey, till next time, y'all. Hey, we out.
Yeah.
Peace.